Did you get the shot at all?
Yes.
102 yards with a 22. Free-handing with a red dot at 102 yards. I killed it.
Oh my goodness.
It's not very big, but freehand with a red dot at 102 yards, I stepped it off. It slung.
No way. Who would have thought?
That's funny. I hit the big sow too. Look, baby.
Oh my goodness.
It's her first pig. That's one way to start off the quick trip to the deer lease this weekend. We're just gonna come fill Megan's feeders really quick, and it's a Friday night. We were just gonna come in and then do it tonight and then leave in the morning. But since we ended up running on 2 different groups of hogs, I decided, and when I ended up killing one, we decided we'd go ahead and film the whole video. So we're gonna go fill her feeders, and then I'm gonna show you guys her little setup. And we are out in West Texas, and this is the same lease where Megan killed her big buck last year. I'll roll a clip of that for you guys so y'all can see that, just in case you missed it.
Missed him, babe. Should I do it again?
Wait.
No. I got it. I want to shoot him again.
If you got a shot, take it.
I freaking probably missed him. I'm scared. He should have dropped.
Not necessarily. Yeah, just take your time. Steady your heart rate. You're okay. Take your time.
Crap, I freaking missed him, babe. Should I do it again?
Wait.
No, I got it. I want to shoot him again.
If you got a shot, take it.
Crap, I freaking missed him, babe. No. Can we watch it back? We gotta go get this thing out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to drive down here.
It's stinky.
Yeah. Fun begins. I'm proud of you. It's kind of hard to film out here and see everything that's going on. It's so green and grown up, but it's Little P's first trip to the deer lease, and that's a fun way to start it off. Her first pig is just a touch bit bigger than she was, but pretty cool with a 22 free-handed at 102 or 103 yards with a little red dot sight. And if you think you can't do it with a 22, well, I just proved you wrong. And it's all about shot placement. It's pretty cool. But we're gonna get into camp and get unloaded, and then we're gonna kick off the rest of the evening. We're beating the heat and doing it in the dark. So I gotta be on dad duty. Say hi, baby. It's almost her bedtime, so we're gonna finish the 30-minute long drive into camp, and then we'll catch up with you guys when we get there. Right. How many more you want? How many is that? 5. I bought 8 and 8. This is dang good. Give me that last one, we'll call it good.
Do what?
Give me that last one right there, we'll call it good.
Okay.
Because that's 110 gallon over there, isn't it? Two barrels.
2 barrels.
Yeah.
Gas in it.
Yeah. It's not like it's a long long walk back.
Yeah, but I know it's got gas in it. Because I took it to Mimi's and filled it up. Let's throw it again.
Yeah, I think I like your stand right where it's at because we can drive my truck just behind that mesquite tree right there.
They're several hundred yards away. It's literally noon. I knew I'd find bags of water eventually. Only problem is I don't have a good way to get to them. My wind's kind of blowing back this direction. There's another little island. If I could get to that island, I could get to them, and I could make a play on them. But getting to them's gonna be hard. And there's a cow walking over to my left, and it'll probably spook out here, and it may ruin this for me. But I gotta make a play somehow or another without being seen. And I think we got a good shot at letting a beast broadhead fly. There looked like there was a pretty good sow in the group. I see which way she's headed. So I should be able to hopefully get across as long as this cow doesn't ruin things for me. The pigs are right there. That cow is right there. That little island that I need to get to is right there. So somehow or another, I need to probably drop down, come up and around, and I can get to that little hill. There's quite a few hogs in the water over there though. me because I forgot it in camp this morning, and the battery on this is about to die. So I'm gonna see if I can make one more plunge in and see if I can't get one more hog. This little stock tank right here is loaded. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon. I can't believe it. It's so miserable hot, but I'm having a stinking blast. That pig was bedded right here. I was standing on that tan spot right there. I bet I wasn't 10 yards from him. And this Magnus Stinger don't play around either. I wish I had my knock. That arrow passed through him. It looks good. And then it buried up in this mesquite stump. Still alive, but I don't have a knock. Let's see if we can find that one. Watch that first pig with that I stuck frontal with the beast broadhead. It was a big sow. I stuck her at about maybe 10 steps. I saw her go down. Obviously, as you can see, I worked my way across and I got to a little bit better spot, that next island. And when I got up on it, that's where I stuck that sow at about 10 steps, and then I moved up to her, or to where she was laying, and then maybe about another 5 steps forward, and those pigs were coming down into the water. My first shot was 76 yards, and I rolled my tape for like 78, and I let it fly, and last second I could see that arrow get pushed down hard by the wind. So they kind of spook off and they come back, which kind of surprised me, but they had no idea. But they came back, and there was a bigger sow that was in there, and I had a bead on her. She was at like right at 80, like 79, and I set my sight for right at 80 or 81, something like that, and I let it fly, and I missed below her too. And it was less windy on the second shot, but man, I was perfect in line where I wanted to be. But last second, it was like a gust of wind would come out of nowhere and drive that arrow down. I'll know for next time, for either this afternoon or in the morning, because I'm going to come back and hit this stock tank again. It's been loaded with pigs. And then I didn't film it, but while I'm up here looking for this pig that I shot at about 15 steps with a Magnus Stinger, I turn around and hear something behind me, and there's a hog coming from the other side of the stock tank where the road's at. He comes down and gets in the water, and of course my wind's blowing across there, so he busted me. But anyway, the only blood that I found so far was one little speck on a mesquite sapling back there, and then I just kind of started walking around and looking, and I found this about the size of my thumb. There's some more here. It's extremely difficult to track because I hit him a touch far back, and I'm kind of thinking he might have cut that way. I hit him further back than I wanted to. I think I still got into for sure the liver, possibly a lung, but my problem was where I was standing, and I wasn't anticipating that hog to stand up and hear me, but he heard me and stood up, and then I had a tree limb that was coming right across the best part of his vitals, and I didn't really want to, I couldn't really lean the other way and shoot through 2 saplings coming off that mesquite tree. So I just kind of leaned over and put it like probably last rib or a couple ribs forward from the last rib. I mean, I'm seeing blood, but it's going to take me a minute to track this one down and see what I can come up with. But anyway, one last thing, and I'm going to get back to tracking. Hopefully we can find this pig, but that first pig, I don't think I got her on camera, and I wasn't really expecting her to hear me either, but her piglets were feeding, and she kind of rolled over, and I think she caught me with the corner of her eye, but otherwise I had her perfect. She never knew that I was there, but she cut her piglets off, and she kind of rolled over, and she had a bead on me, and she stood up, and being that she had piglets, and they were still standing there, not, I don't know, 15 steps from me, I didn't want to risk it and try to move the camera, because I was afraid she was going to come at me. And she turned and, stomped back in at me, so I had to do what I had to do, but we'll go. I know where that pig's laying, so we'll go take a look at that one here in a minute. But for now, let's see if we can find the pig with the stinger, the Magnus Stinger. I'm having too much thinking fun. All right, so it's really opened up now. I'm finding really good stuff everywhere. I'm hoping he's not gonna be too much further. It took about, 30 yards for him to really open up. So hopefully it continues this way and he won't be too much further up this trail. It's like 100 degrees and it's 1:30, 1:45, whatever in the afternoon, and I'm
very, very thirsty. Alright, so it's opening up really good now. It's a spot about the size of my boot, size 10.5. And then it's looking really good right up there. It's bleeding really well. This is just pure insanity now. Look at this. It's so hard to tell red on red dirt, but man, alive. That is awesome. And it stays that way all the way up. I've used Magnus buzz cuts a lot, which is the exact same broadhead as the Stinger. It just has serrated blades. And the buzz cut has always done really, really well for me. I'll probably use one this afternoon, but at the same time, the Stinger, every time I've ever used it and filmed videos with it, I've never had a BT like this. This is pretty outstanding. Nonetheless, let's keep pushing forward. It's incredible. The last 80 yards of the trail, I mean, it looked just like this. I think in total he went about 130. He crossed the road and he's laying right there. It was nice of him to hit this road for me. It's a bigger pig than I thought it was going to be. I can't believe he ran as far as he did. Hey. Big sow. Oh, well, that was dead on the money. Shoot, yeah. Wow. That is wild. I thought I was further back than that. I thought I was more like here, but that's textbook. It's right where you want it, right behind the shoulder. I was just amazed that it ran as far as it did. Nice pig. It's a nice pig. It sucks that I missed my 2 Hail Marys, but you know what? I won't complain about this. It may be 100 degrees, but I'm having more fun than I can even begin to explain to you guys. I'm 2 for 4. I gotta go back and get some more stock archery arrows, some more broadheads. I got a little bit of feeder work to do, and then we're gonna probably chill out for the evening and go stock some feeders or something. I may go check water holes again. I don't know. Since I didn't get the first sow on video, we're not gonna wrap the video up here. We're gonna go find that other sow and check out the broadhead and see what kind of damage we did there. But that is a wrap for this pig. Anyway, the Magnus Stinger, the broadhead held up phenomenally. We'll take a better look at it when we get into camp and check the tip and the razor or the blade edges and see what kind of damage we did running through this thing, and then stick it in a mesquite stump after that. I'm really excited to go see this pig, the big sow. She's about this size, maybe a little bit bigger, that I stuck with the beast broadhead. I hit her frontal. That's all I had. I wish I could have scooted the camera over just a touch. It would have been so stinking cool. Glad we found this one. It was a ton of fun. I saw her bedded down. I just walked right up in there on her, and she stood up and turned and looked at me, and it was too late. I was already at full draw. But let's go find our other one. I know where she's laying. We're going to take a look and see what the blood trail looks like on that one. Probably not going to be much of one, just because of it being a frontal shot and that arrow not passing all the way through and creating an exit. But you never know. We're going to go see what we can come up with. To give you guys a little bit of background, I came down a ravine right in here. That sow that I frontal shot with the beast broadhead was on this island right here. The pigs that I was Hail Marying that were in this corner down here, and what I did is I came out of this ravine and I shot across and came up to this island on the backside, and then right there is where I came up, and I didn't know that there was a pig on that island until I got there. Once I stuck her from there, she ran back that way, back towards that windmill, and then I scooted up to the front of this island and then started taking pot shots. I actually wouldn't even call them pot shots. I'm a pretty good shot at far distances, but this wind, for whatever reason, when it was getting in here, it was blowing down hard and it was pushing my arrows down. I could see it. So if I have similar conditions either this afternoon or tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add about 5 extra yards to. But anyway, walking up on the island, I'll show you guys where I was at. I popped up right here. That's where my foot dug in. And then I hunkered all the way to right here, and she was bedded at like the base of that tree. So I ended up, she busted me and then turned around and came back, and she was standing, I think she was standing right here. When I stuck her frontal, she was looking back at me through there, and I had a hole, I had a window. So I stuck her, she whirled around, and I saw her run right off in there in those trees and plowed over. So I'm gonna look for red stuff. It may be kind of difficult now that it's super duper dry, but I can always follow the trail back from her because it's had time to sit and bake in the sun. I don't know how well she's gonna bleed in the first place just because of it being a frontal shot. So I know where she bailed, so we'll just walk over to her. She ran, oof, it's at least 100 yards, which is further than I was anticipating her to run. But 80-pound bow with a 500-ish grain arrow, that's cooking fast. And they don't have time to react when you do it at like 10 steps. I hope this bull's not mean. You keep your distance, I'll keep mine. I don't want anything to do with you, except for maybe I'll eat your steaks if you bum rush me. Mess around and find out, right? Hey look, there's my arrow. I wasn't anticipating on getting that back. At least not in one piece. Oops. I did the smart thing and brought water with me this time. It looks like I got pretty much all the way to the fletchings, almost. Broadhead unscrewed a little bit. Still pretty dang sharp, which is impressive. The tip's in good shape. I could clean this up, put another knock on this arrow, and we're ready to rock and roll again. We'll be in business after I clean it up. Looking right here where my arrow's sitting, this all looks really good. It's kind of spotty. I can see it here at the tip of my boot. I'm glad I got my arrow and the broadhead back. These things are high stinking dollar. It's like $50 or $60 for 2 of them. I see decent blood, but it's just kind of here and there. We'll see what it looks like as we work our way in. So there's it. There's some up here. See, and then it just kind of quits again. I'm not really sure why. Should be dumping it. Now that the arrow's out, especially. Looks like some here and some right there. Tip of my boot. Following her tracks. Here's some up here and here. And here. Just not bad. Oh, there she is right there. Hey there, piggy. For a sow, she's got some little teeth on her. For perspective, I mean, she's upside down, of course, but there's the entrance. Right back here is the exit. It's a big hog. Boy, that did her face dirty. Frontal. I love taking frontal shots. Now, from about the 30 yards or so, maybe 40 yards of BT that I looked at, I can tell you right off the bat it wasn't as good as the Stinger. Different shot placement, of course, so that comes in. You got to take that into consideration. This sow's about the same size as that other one. She may be a little bit bigger. Looking at that island over there, I'd say in total she probably ran about the same distance as the other one did, about 130, 140 yards or so. I can range it and see what it ended up being. One thing about the Broadhead that I will say is that I'm impressed at how well it stayed together after traveling through everything that it traveled through. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not, but I just heard pigs at the tank that we literally just walked by, and I didn't bring my bow. I guess I can harpoon them. Anyway, I didn't necessarily mean to test 2 Broadheads in one video, but since I didn't get this one all the way on video, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm throwing it in here anyway. I'm gonna reload that Broadhead, and we're gonna throw another knock on that arrow, and we're gonna sling it again, hopefully tonight, maybe in the morning, I don't know. I've got a bunch of different Broadheads that I'd like to get tested. We got plenty of pig targets. It's about 3 o'clock now. I'm gonna head back and cool off, charge some stuff, and then we're gonna hit it hard again this afternoon. I'm super stoked for this evening's hunt. We'll probably do some feeder stalking up to, and who knows, we might just come right back to this water. As this stock tank's been loaded. I was covered in every single direction. Gotta go get some more stock archery arrows ready to roll for this evening. I'm gonna close this one out right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure that you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you love the Broadhead testing and the hog hunts, you'll definitely want to subscribe and hit the bell so you get a notification every single time that I upload. Let's rock and roll into the evening hunt. I'll see you guys in just a few days. Man, I'm good. I threw that and stuck it.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.